referee Prt1 bringing order to a minor disorderly moment. When it comes to Schürrle! Well, they're not worrying about Eden Hazard having gone off now. Andre Schürrle. The first season of recovery for Chelsea, and it's come from the substitute.
A fantastic finish. A set piece, a throw-in, which Mata tries to head out. He misses. It makes its way after a flick. I think it was Ivanovic. You'll see here, or maybe Kale. Oh, it's Lewis actually, and he's got away from his man. It's felt kindly for him, but it's felt kindly for him because he was on the move. And he's been energetic since he came on. He's energetic all season here for Chelsea, and he gets one of the best goals he's scored in his career so far. And what does that mean to this?
In towards Demba Ba. And Tweedy just knocks it away. Terry puts it back. Thiago Silva says that's mine. Chelsea rather ring-fencing the penalty area now of PSG. Eto'o. And Ba goes in! Demba Ba delivers in the nick of time for Chelsea.
The stadium erupts. And Jose Mourinho's master plan has come good, but he needs them to go and do a little bit more work now.
Well, shades of the young Mourinho down the touchline. He's not supposed to be there, but his team are very nearly there in the semi-finals of the Champions League.
The unlikeliest of heroes, Demba Ba. You can see he does brilliant, first of all, Torres. And as it works its way back out after a couple of deflections, Demba Ba believed. He settles down, everybody's looking up at the clock.
He had to force his foot through. And what a time to get it. It's a Mourinho run of celebration, but he knows with that tactical brain that was still ticking after he got there. Well, this surely must be the last corner. The last chance.
Final game for Chelsea Football Club of England. That scoreline against PSG enabled Jose Mourinho's team to make it to the semi-finals of this year's UEFA Champions League. Hello and welcome. This is Sports This Morning on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okonakman. Let's talk sports. And we'll take off from the tracks where the Athletics Federation of Nigeria has announced the appointment of former 100 meters champion Maurice Greene as a relay coordinator for the country's track and field athletes. Green's contract starts at a relay tournament scheduled for California this month, and it expires at the Glasgow Commonwealth Games and the African Athletics Championship in Marrakesh, Morocco in August. Hopefully, this appointment will yield results for athletics in Nigeria. In football, Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, will play their second friendly game against Morocco this morning. Coach Manu Garba says he will be disappointed should his team fail to beat the North Africans. The first game ended in a 2-2 draw. Nigeria is using the game to prepare for the African Youth Championship coming up next year. Okay, let's go to Dubai, where Nigeria's powerlifters are doing the country proud. Indeed, lifting the country. So far, it's been 3 gold medals and 1 silver. And in this morning's event, Argy is already breaking a world record. Hopefully, she's going to also win a gold medal in the Europa League. Valencia Football Club of Spain broke the record to become the first team to overturn a 3-0 deficit scoreline. They defeated FC Basel of Spain by 5-0 in a game that went into extra time, produced 2 red cards and 2 defining goals. Record-breaking team right there in the UEFA Champions League. It's an anxious wait as teams are looking forward to the teams that they will play in the semi-finals. Will it be Chelsea against Real Madrid, Jose Mourinho going back to his old club, or the one everyone is talking about, Atletico Madrid taking on defending champions Bayern Munich, action-packed water sports, so much to talk about. We invite you to be part of the show. We want to hear from you. What is it you're talking about? I'm sure a lot of Nigerians are having mixed feelings about the appointment of Maurice Greene. I want to get your questions, your comments, and suggestions as regards the appointment. You can talk to us. Our feedback mechanisms has not changed. On Twitter, we're channels_sports. On Facebook, we're channels-sports. The Athletics Federation of Nigeria has announced the appointment of former 100 meters champion Maurice Greene as the team coordinator for the national team and relay teams. And then you start asking questions. Why is it coming now? Why was it quiet? Is it going to yield results for the country? Talk to us. We want to talk sports this morning. I just want to let you know that I'm not alone this morning in the studio. Our sports analyst, Omar Akatuba. Remember, Omar made so much noise about the UEFA Champions League. He was so confident that Barcelona was going to run over Atletico Madrid. Guess what? Atletico Madrid swept Barcelona aside, and I said, Omar, you're going to come back. Omar, it's good to have you on the show again.
Great to be here, Austin, and I've eaten my words.
Okay, no, I don't even want to start with you on that now. We'll begin from Nigeria, where, of course, everyone is saying, some people are saying it's a good one that Maurice Greene is on board for our Nigeria athletics. Not general athletics this time, the relays. Yeah. But I'm saying, why was it quiet?
Exactly. First and foremost, let's commend the Athletics Federation of Nigeria for taking a very bold decision to have appointed a man who has massive antecedent in terms of track and field. In terms of 200 meters and 100 meters, he was a specialist. Yeah. He won 5 Olympic gold medals. He's one of the greatest Olympians, ever. And of course, he has several world championship titles. 39 years old Maurice Greene. He's a man that has all the experience. He's a man that can bring a lot to athletics in Nigeria. But the question is, why is he so short-term? Yeah. They say that his appointment will terminate after the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. And my question is, what do you want? Do you want somebody who can help you develop athletics in Nigeria?
Talking long-term
development. Or someone who will just quickly, hurriedly try to impact something on your athletes in order to win gold medals at championships that are not, too far away, or you want a holistic approach and a holistic development. I think that this is more of a legacy appointment than a real developmental decision, a decision that can take athletics in Nigeria, to the next level. When I say legacy in the sense that it's a big name. It was great when it was in active, athletics.
And then the leadership wants to hear, well done.
Well done. Let's bring this big star into our scheme of things. Let's see what it can impact. Just like Galatasaray signing a Didier Drogba. They signed a finished product. The name is a brand. When fans see Drogba on the field, they are happy. But in terms of goal returns, it will not give us much.
I totally agree with you, Omar. And I'm sure you're saying the same thing. Why are we not considering long-term development? And particularly this period where our male athletes are not doing so well, you want to get somebody that has development in mind.
Exactly. The appointment of Maurice Greene is not bad at all. Yeah. He comes from America, and he's been part of this game for years, winning over 10 gold medals at different levels of the sport. And in America, the major focus is development. And this man is a product of a system that produces talent. Yeah. And I'm sure he would have embedded himself in all of those philosophy. So if brought to Nigeria to be part of our athletic development on a long-term basis, can actually impact more rather than this short-term thing that will make him not even have the time to be able to come up with ideas that can affect the development of athletics in Nigeria. I think that we would have gone long-term rather than this short-term thing.
I'm talking about relays where, of course, when we're good in it. When we're not, we're not. But I was thinking the Athletics Federation of Nigeria will look inwards, talk to somebody that can even take development to the schools.
Exactly. And with people like this, you can actually maybe not get involved in the groundwork, but it can give you a blueprint. Yeah. It can give you a framework on how to develop athletics from the streets to the schools and, of course, to national level and finally international level. That's exactly what you need from intelligent people like this. Maurice Greene, like I've always said, on this show, is absolutely experienced, is well decorated. He has all the experience.
What will make you smile if you follow athletics in Nigeria.
So if you put him in such, if you involve him in athletics development,
Yeah.
give him a mandate. Please give us a blueprint, give us a framework on how we can develop athletics in our nation. I think that you'll get a better result rather than this short-term thing that I call a legacy decision. Because it's just a decision that is made in the love of a superstar.
That's it.